The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling a problem with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 250. Nasdaq's up 42. S&P's up 22. Gold contract getting smoked down 32 bucks, 18.39 an ounce. You get silver down 66 cents, $23.69 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 40 cents, $42.80 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year down 5 ticks, 138.11. The 30-year down 16 at 173.18. And King Dollar saved itself once again at that low, up 29 ticks right now, 92.421. The euro is at 118. The yen is at 104.12, and the British pound is at 133 to 1 US dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Boy, we got enough moving parts out there between the markets, Iron Man, and the moves, and whether it's dollar, gold, I mean, euro, US dollar right now, just mammoth moves coming off that PMI number, I believe, man. But whew, watch out. I had to do a double take, man. I paused. I was getting ready for the 10 o'clock show, right? Yeah. Sent out my newsletter. I looked away from the market for about 15 minutes, and I did a double take toward the end of Larry's show when he said gold's at 1840.
Yes, there's no doubt. I mean, you know, this thing came south, right at 950. There's no two ways about that. If we go over to the dollar and we take a look at the dollar, bottom line, dollar got down to a price point today of 92.016. That low is the 91.746. So
could you put it for a shorter time frame on that dollar, just like a 5 minute?
Yes.
Just to see the pop, because it's, I mean, I pulled up the euro US dollar. Yeah, just mammoth all in a heartbeat. Yeah, from 92 to like 950. The euro just went from 119 to 118.4, which is just these huge moves everywhere, man.
Right. And, you know, the bottom line, folks, is that you can expect, my take on this is what happens on Thanksgiving week, too. This market's going to get pushed around in a monster way, not in a small way. We'll see how the rest of this shakes out, but that's what you get Thanksgiving week, Christmas week. So we'll see if you do get a rejection of lower price. There's no doubt that a few of these gold equities have been coming down hard, particularly Royal Gold. It's like, okay, so Royal is one of the strongest gold stocks out there, but yet, you know, just went from a price point of going back to, what's that, March? Yeah, March we were at 147, you're at 107, and you broke the swing low, you know. So now this is basically testing last Thursday, so we'll see where this baby shakes out.
I mean, it's interesting that we got, it's a reopening trade again on Monday, man. Good news out of AstraZeneca, right? You see their vaccine, the headline, I mean, 70% effective. A little bit different, though, in terms of how they looked at things compared to, like, the previous Pfizer, in terms of they were breaking out two different applications of the vaccine. One of them almost 90% in terms of giving half a dose then a full dose, and then the other one 62%. So, I talked about in my program when you start, and I was listening to a gentleman this morning on Bloomberg early saying, it's I don't give as much credence when you start breaking down sample sizes into smaller sample, and then analyzing, because you can kind of, he didn't say it, but in my head, you can kind of start playing games with small sample sizes when you start to categorize. Nonetheless, pretty good numbers. And the cool thing about this shot is that you can store it in a fridge indefinitely almost, right? You can do long storage in regular fridge. So when you start talking about very poor countries across the globe, a lot easier to disseminate a shot like that, even if not quite the same efficacy, easier to roll something like that out on a global scale.
No doubt. And, what's intriguing, as you're talking there, you can see that the S&P and the Nasdaq still can't hold price. This market's going to get pushed all over the place, folks. Bottom line, my take, this, okay, so the Nasdaq Composite, folks, you got to look at this. We're going south, man. Markdown has started in a monster way, too. See these numbers? If you're watching Target TV, this Nasdaq Composite, on Thursday we did 5.3 billion. On Friday you did 5.2 billion. That is very unusual. You know, you can mark it up for option on the Friday, but Thursday and Friday, we're going south, man. That's monster distribution at highs. Well, what happens at highs, you get light volume, which you already have in the NASDAQ. You come off the highs with monster volume, that's the markdown. The markdown started, and so this is going to be wild. Now, to get back to the vaccine, Tom, right? What's really cool, and this is what I think people are going to start doing, some people, they'll start bisecting and dissecting the vaccine deal. So the AstraZeneca vaccine, folks, okay, the way that, okay, so you get the RNA deal, and then you got the DNA deal. So the AstraZeneca, the way that they've done it is this. I think that people that get worried about vaccines, right, they'll probably look at the AstraZeneca one and say, okay, I might like this one better.
Okay.
And the reason is that what they're using a common cold that is that it would be the lightest touch. So picture, folks, they got to put a virus into you to get into the cells to do it. That's how the AstraZeneca one works. Okay, so it's like they're not putting a heavy vaccine into you, number one. Okay, so this is going to, when I was reading this, I says, oh, this is going to get really interesting to see that, you know, what are people going to do? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you want, right?
So it's a great point, man, and people should be analyzing it from a business perspective and from a humanity. But we're talking about stocks, you should, because which one gets adopted on a grand scale, which one has the ability to get adopted on a grand scale, and there's so many variables. One of which you talk about is that which ones people are willing to take.
Right.
Now, what I'll throw in here, and I have it up right now. Do I have my chart up? Yes, I do. Because what's funny is I was reading about this vaccine last week, just reading about the different vaccines, and I saw this visual, which I have up here.
Yes.
And I was joking with friends, and folks, I'm a believer in the vaccines. I said I'd be willing, being around people, some of them high risk, that the data comes out, it's effective, it's safe. The FDA says it's safe, it's released. I'm going to be in line to take it early. I am. But I also said, don't worry, guys. Just let me inject this monkey gene inside of you because it's a modified chimpanzee virus.
Okay.
I believe. So imagine the ability to misinform about getting pumped full of monkey virus. Okay. So it's just ironic that I was literally joking about this graphic in particular. And just joking, because that's how I think a lot of different viruses, you know what I mean?
You know what?
Vaccines, I should say, work.
But,
good news, it doesn't take a genius to see how you could spread fear with that type of a headline.
Well, the good news is that, sometimes you have to joke in the aspect that you can keep a conversation going, because we know that the next deal is going to be, you got the vaccine believers, the non-vaccine. I mean, there's a lot of controversy in that whole deal. So, to keep a communication going, it's good, because it's when the communication stops, this is a problem. Because we're definitely in the misinformation age. I mean,
yes. Anybody can have a platform. Yeah. And that's the worrisome thing. The person who yells the loudest sometimes gets the most attention, whether they're making the most sense or not.
It always does.
Right.
It always does.
Yeah.
Dow Industrial's up 247, Nasdaq's up 12, S&P's up 18, gold's down 38, silver's down 78 cents. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 256. You get the Nasdaq up 15. S&Ps are up 18.5. And, the NQs, folks, are not going to hold. Watch this. Just go over to Apple. Apple's been teetering. Bottom line is that you get it down $1.40. Let's go see what Microsoft's doing. So Microsoft down 40 cents. Yeah.
Amazon had a nice little sell-off to the tune of about $40. They were up 0.3, but they went from 31.40 in a heartbeat to 3100.
Yeah. Those culprits are big deals.
Even Google just traded down $20, which is a full percent from 17.50.
That's sacrilegious, man.
That's right. Google's only going up as they get sued by antitrust. Only going up.
Oh, totally. Hey, listen, if you hadn't seen this, I saw half of it last night. I fell asleep. The Social Network on Netflix, it's insane, folks, okay? It has...
And you're going back a ways, right? Like the movie made 5 or 10 years ago about Zuckerberg?
No, this is different. No. This is The
Social Network is the film made in 2010. I'm not sure. You might have a different name then.
I do. Okay. I'll get the name at the next break. But what it is, folks, is that they actually have the person that has the like button on Facebook, that monetized Facebook, that started Instagram.
Social dilemma.
Oh, right? It is crazy, folks, okay? They talk about...
The social dilemma, sorry.
And so what happens, these are all together. These are all the highest engineers and all these... And they have Google. Anyway, when you listen to it, it blows your freaking mind, man. I mean, it's over...
You better know it. You better know that's the
they're trying to
trade-off
change
you're
it.
making.
It's over the top, man. I mean, it's much more than any of us even think. Like they know that they're changing people's minds. Period.
Yeah, I've seen great documentaries. Whether 60 Minutes maybe did some, I believe, going back and talking about that. They're training your brain.
Yes.
For all of these things.
Right. And as Duffy said, you are the product.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, right.
And you're literally getting trained in terms of the likes, the the rewards. I mean, it's almost like gambling in certain areas. They talk about in your brain, the need, the addiction.
The top guy, that's how it started. The top guy, one of the top guys that started Gmail, it's the guy that started Gmail at Google. He did a whole thesis because he was so flipped out that he was so addicted to it, right? He did a whole thesis, and he thought something was going to happen at Google, and it didn't. And he knows that, oh, my God, I created this monster, and now everyone's addicted to it. And so it's the addiction deal, and it's what they talk about is that the time of our lives and the time spent, and that how the social networks keep stealing your time. But now it's an opt-in that, we all know what it is, but check it out. Let's go look at Tilray for one of the Tigers out here.
Perfect.
So it's TL.
As the NQs go negative, go for it.
Oh, yeah, the NQs are toast, man. Just get out the peanut butter and jelly, man, no doubt. So, Tilray's down 51 cents, trading 684.
What's going on with these cannabis stocks, man? What's actually not even cannabis, because cannabis. What's going on with Tilray down 7%? I mean, they had the pop on Friday, but that's quite a pullback.
Yeah, and so probably the question is that you're coming right back into the breakout area.
All back from Friday. 7%. This stock, I mean, these stocks, 7%. Like, it's not. It's just from where you were trading at 2 o'clock on Friday.
Right. Now, I'm not a fan of Tilray. I can tell you that, folks. Okay. This hasn't. Let me pull this up here.
So they're pushing out convertible senior notes, I believe. Maybe that's what.
Okay.
Yeah, $124 million in principal amount, 5% convertible senior notes, 2023.
Yeah, and. This is
that's quite a chart.
This is the equity that traded up to $300, traded back down to $2.43. You're trading at $684. It's
a $1 billion company right now. It's crazy.
Right, $1 billion company
it made it to 300 and it's traded in single digits and it's still $1 billion company. Like, oof.
So, I wouldn't be buying it if that's what the question is. I don't think I'll ever buy Tilray. What ends up happening is that there's plenty of other pot stocks that you're still taking a risk, but I keep going back to Canopy because of the fact of Constellation Brands. And I'm sure there's going to be other ones that do really well, folks. Okay, but the difference is, they're in the Constellation's in the liquor business. They've been in the active, high business for a long period of time. And that makes a difference,
they're in the vice business.
Yeah, that's what the vice business, yeah. So let's go take a look at some of the high. Well, let's go into the NDX first and see what's nailing this thing. So Zoom's down 4%.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's a sacrilege. DocuSign is down 3%.
Yeah.
You got CGen off. What's that? 2%. We don't even have Apple in here, and we know that Apple's in the red. Look at Tesla, man.
I know. I just pulled it. 521 straight at, man. 521. Yeah. It's up 6.4% today, man. Yeah. It's like
and
unreal.
We got to remember something. Didn't Tesla went 4 for 1, right?
They did go. Was it 4 or 5? I get lost, and I think it went 4 for 1.
So it's either 2,000 or 2,500. Think about that, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty intense, man. And listen, folks. Okay.
I think it's 5 for 1.
5 for 1.
Yeah, it's 5 for 1.
Oh, my God. 25. Well, 26, almost 25.80. That's what we're doing right now.
Seems fair.
Oh, my God. It's just, that's about as intense as you get. There's
a lot. Well, it's funny how we jumped from Tilray that went from $300 to $2, right? And then we jumped from Tesla that is now trading $2,500 realistically if they hadn't split. They'd be challenging Amazon pretty soon for the price of their equity.
Oh, well.
Not the market cap, but
that's right. And what you have is that, wealth-wise, Musk is right up there with Gates and Bezos.
It's amazing how, and it always takes it to be there near the richest person in the world. You need these massive accelerations.
Yeah.
But he's almost tenfolded his equity since March.
Right.
That's amazing when you think about the amount of equity that you've tenfolded, right? You can grow small amounts of money at astronomical percentages.
Yes.
But to grow billions at a tenfold entry, man, and that's why you see it, though. But I bring it up because Amazon did the same thing, man.
Yes.
Bezos was hanging around forever.
He was.
Before he had this run of from 500 to 3,500 since in the last 4 years.
And then
Same
once
thing.
it broke topside, forget it. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, that's 7 times the money in 4 years. And he was dealing with tens of billions of dollars already, right? And you multiply it times 7 over 4 years. And you're the richest man in the world by far.
Yeah. Slightly.
Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing. This is going to be a wild week, folks, because this would be I would say, even though people aren't traveling, folks, it's still Thanksgiving. So you're going to get a slowdown. Today will be the busiest day. It should lighten up the next couple days. And then Friday's a half a day. Well, not even half a day, 9:30 to 1. Yeah, half a day.
Yeah, and a lot of people on the Friday, I would say.
Yeah.
Today, I was thinking about it coming into this morning, saying it's interesting how things change, though, and you probably will see a slight shift to a day like today where normally if everybody had to be in the office, there's a drastic difference. But when a lot of people are able to work from home, maybe there's not as big of a difference because you're able to work from home, you cut out at 2 or 3 or something, as opposed to saying, I ain't going in to the office on Thanksgiving week.
Why?
You're in your office.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up $1.36. You got the Nasdaq down 9. S&P's up 8.5. So let's take a look at this PMI, Tom, that moved the gold and the dollar. So what?
9:45, it hit the tape, man, and things started rocking in a big way right off the bat. So it's the highest number in 68 months, I think I have. Do you have...
I don't even believe that. This is so weird. It's not even in the top. How is it not in the top?
Yeah, that is craziness. I mean, I've got some of the headlines up here right now. Let me jump around first. So I had one tweet up here from IHS Market. So this is the people that put it out, talking, I believe, I'm not sure, but this is an accurate tweet, and talking quickest in 5.5 years in November, according to Flash PMI data. This is the report they came out with. 57.9 was the number they came out with. Anything above 50, I believe, is growth. Okay. So they get the highest number you're talking about in 68 months. Services business activity, 57.7. Manufacturing PMI, 56.7. That's up from 53.4 in October. That's a 74-month high. And then manufacturing output index, 58.7 from 53.3. I'm not fundamental enough to understand all these.
Yeah, okay.
Other than it's big numbers. There you go, 57.9. I see it there. Purchasing managers at manufacturers and service providers increased to 57.9 from 56.3. Readings above 50 indicate growth. Yeah.
Yeah, the upturn reflected a further strengthening of demand, which in turn encouraged firms to take on staff to rate at a rate not previously seen since 2009. The group's U.S. manufacturing industry registered the strongest reading since 2014. While not as robust, factory activity in the Euro area expanded for the 5th month. Yeah, well, we'll see where this is going to shake out, man.
It's interesting. We had the S&Ps just dip below where we were at 830, which was about 35.60 in the futures. And below that, there's nothing, man, other than where we were last night, talking about between about 6 and 7 o'clock as we traded from the lows. Quite the sell-off on Friday.
Yeah.
And, AstraZeneca, all things considered, would be great news if we didn't have those another 90 to 95. This would be record-breaking, right? And it's really interesting how these vaccines are all so close together. 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. They're all coming down the line, man.
They
right
are.
Now.
There's no doubt. And
Monday morning ritual of vaccine news coming down the line.
That's intriguing. It definitely is. So if we go to the NQs and take a look at the NQs for a second, you can see they basically tested the lows of Friday. Now, the test, folks, had high volume, so my take is that we're going to go break them. They'll build a little bit of cause, and the lows of Thursday are game now. And the lows of Thursday and the NQs are 11,841. We've hit 11,871 thus far. But that's going to be intriguing watching that. So let's go see what has hit Apple. I mean, I felt that someone's selling Apple anyway, but let me just see if there's any news out here. I mean, it's so wild, man. Think about this for a second that, we used to always talk about Black Friday. Well, guess what? Black Friday has been almost every day for a few months now, right?
Yeah, I think businesses have figured out there's just a complete merging, man. They want to be able to say today's the best deal we're ever having, and they're kind of trying to say it. They're switching up products, right, to say that this deal is the deal. These are the deals of the week that they're having. And even in stores, you're seeing it because stores don't want a Black Friday scene and a half, right, of too many people. So as a result, I think it was Target, they're rolling out weekly sales. So there's no one day to inspire people to go to the store. There's no 1 week even, really, their goal to inspire people for good reason. And so it's kind of cool that there's a sale every week, and we'll find out, man, some of these stocks. Hey, how about, this is a good earnings. We got a big week of earnings tomorrow. In a shortened week, we get retail. We get Best Buy, Dollar Tree, Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker, Burlington Coat Factory, Medtronic, and you get some Hormel, JM Smucker, Analog Devices, Dell, VMware, Nordstrom, American Eagle, and Gap. All tomorrow, man.
This is going to be a wild week. This is pretty cool. Yeah.
I was very surprised when I started doing my homework over the weekend for what was coming up. I said, it's a shortened week. I know it's still earnings. I hadn't quite looked at the week forward, right? I said, my goodness, we got stuff all over the place, man, from Best Buy to Gap to Nordstrom, Dell, and then you get John Deere on Wednesday before we all run for the turkey Thanksgiving.
Totally. And, folks, if you're in the gold market, keep an eye on this, because watch what just happened. Remember I started off saying Royal Gold was something wrong with it?
You sure did.
Royal Gold just went from 107 to 109, okay? This to me is Thanksgiving deal, but keep an eye on this, man, because if Royal, is a streamer, has been in the past one of the strongest gold stocks. If this rejects lower price here, man, this is telling you that, guess what? bottom line, you're going to get a rejection all over the place, man. This is quite a move, man. Someone's dipping in, and here, watch this. I want to see if Fidelity's still there. This is a Fidelity special, man. They've owned this forever. They go in and out of it. Let's see where they're at now. Oh, my God. There they are. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, what day is today? Hold it. No, that's last year, right? No. It's November.
Where are you looking?
Right here at the very top. That's Fidelity.
Yeah.
So they bought an additional $550,000. That's September. But
that could go all the way back to June, though.
They're still there. They're not sellers, man. And they might be the buyers coming in right now. That's intriguing, man. And then if that's going to happen, folks,
they're in a losing position no matter where they bought that now. So.
And that's you get a fund like that, though, they start buying in.
No, for sure.
And what you want to keep your eye on, I'd keep your eye on this dollar because, the PMI, great, it popped it enough, but on a Thanksgiving week, this dollar hasn't even popped over Thursday's high yet. We'll see where this shakes out coming in. It's going to be a fun week.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. With all those earnings, with there's just so many variables. The election somehow is still going on. We're going to get more certifications today and tomorrow, I believe. See if anything happens there. The market's pretty much moved on.
Hey, listen, you just have to listen to Rudy Giuliani. You're all set, man. It's the Twilight Zone. What the heck happened to that guy, man? It's so weird that he was like America's mayor in 9/11, and he turned into the biggest freaking jerk in the world, man. I mean, it's like disgusting. It blows my mind, man.
It's just unfortunate the conspiracy theories getting thrown around. Listen, we all want fair elections, folks. There's nothing being offered in court. Since you want to go, there's nothing. Zero. Period. You're finally seeing Republicans
even crazy. I mean, this thing came out of the freaking moon. He had to pull this out of the moon somewhere, man.
It's unfortunate. From the Borat movie to the press conference recently to it's unfortunate. But we move on.
Yeah, we move on. All right. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So let's go over to Google for a second. So, because Google, interesting, man. Yeah, Google. See, if Google's rolling too, man, it's trouble. It's trouble because Google was not rolling. I mean, it had that high up here on November 9th, where the NASDAQ started rolling in August. No, September, I guess. September 2nd, I think that's when the NASDAQ. And then Google took another leg up. And if your strongest stock in the NDX starts rolling, see you later. See ya. Don't want to be ya.
Definitely.
Dow Industrials right now are trading. Where are you? One up 179. Nasdaq's up 12. S&Ps are up 13. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get the competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 192, Nasdaq up 12, S&Ps are up 14. So Disney, Tom, right?
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask, is it Mandalorian? What is that name?
Mandalorian.
What is it?
Mandalorian?
Yeah. And what is that about?
It's a spin-off from Star Wars. So kind of it's its own storyline. So you don't need to watch the Star Wars to watch Mandalorian, you know?
Really?
But, yeah, so you don't need. So I've been watching. I watched the first season, which was great, and they just started releasing the second. I think they're 4 episodes in, and this one they release it on a time basis. It's not like Netflix where they dump all the episodes. So Disney kind of rolling it out in a traditional fashion.
Now, is that the one you have to pay for?
No, Mandalorian's a part of the Disney Plus service for free.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I didn't want to pay for it the other night. No, I saw it up there. It's a lot of like paying $30.
It received pretty awesome reviews, and they spent big money, hundreds of millions of dollars producing it for Disney Plus as one of their mainstay programs when they kick things off. And it's awesome. It is. It's pretty good. I think I'm 2, 3, 4 episodes into the current season, which is the second.
That's cool.
But yeah, Disney, man, quite an acceleration on the vaccine news, of course, because their parks, the movie theaters really affected. We're sitting at 142. I mean, I was looking at it this morning. I mean, you could say it's in quite an uptrend here from kind of near those March lows around $90. You're towards the upper bound. I mean, this is going to take a little time.
Right.
You know, what I would say here is that everything that we all know has now been factored in, and there's a lot that we know in terms of that the end is coming. You know, that
it's
parks
impressive that it made it right back to where it dropped.
That's why I say it's all in there now. You know, before 2 weeks ago, before the vaccine news, right? There was a lot. You might have had to wait a lot longer, as in the normal world was going to come back, but who knows when. Now we know it's coming. These vaccines very powerful. They're going to get dropped in the next 3, 6, 9 months. And Disney's probably going to just base a while as it waits for that. But
so check this out, man. This is an ABC up on a monthly, and we're not even finished a month. Look at this. So here's the month of, what is that? That's September, 190 million shares. We've already done 191 million.
Sure.
So you got, your B point is 137, your A is 79. So what do we got, $57, right? Your C is at 117, so approximately, what, 57, 67, 73, 173 would be the price target.
Yeah, that would be totally fair. We were at 153 a year ago. Right. When everything is firing on all cylinders, they should get back to a amazing parks business, an amazing business releasing their movies in movie theaters. I mean, I think in 2019 they did 10, 11, 12 billion dollars at the box office. I think they had 9 or 10 films that all grossed over $1 billion at the box office.
Right.
something Netflix has nothing of, which is remarkable when you think about they're going to be able to compete with the content of Netflix, having 100 million subscribers while taking in $10 billion at the box office and having, some of the best brands out there in the business, Mickey Mouse himself.
Right.
So you should be above those levels of 153 once because, so long term, but you're going to have to wait a little bit while. Maybe look
and
for.
What you can expect, folks, on a monthly ABC structure, this is what normally happens, right? You're coming up to a high, so you'll get flack. At this high. You're going to get flack at this 150, 55, 58, because there'll be plenty of people say, okay, we get a double top, we get this, you'll get flack there. But on a monthly, this is a clean monthly, and if you have my book, The Art of Time of the Trade, you're going to understand. See how this is a straight line move, man? These are straight line moves. And this is a very, actually, the type of retracement this actually did is really bullish, man. It hardly did any retracement from September to that 137 down to the 117, and then took off again and broke out the high. So and my take is that there's going to be a monster breakout, man. I keep looking at the freaking plane schedule every day and what country. I'm looking at the Caymans in particular, and I still got to quarantine for 14 days, and it ain't going to happen. But I tell you, the day that we can get, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that have other spots that they want to go to. For us here, folks, it's so easy. It's 45 minutes from Tampa to the Caymans, and it's a nonstop flight, so it's insane. Do you know what I mean? And as I said, there's plenty of people that have their favorite spots, and Disney is many people's favorite spots.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, think about how many children have been born or that have turned from 4 years old to 6 years old that can really enjoy Disney now, right?
That's totally, man. There's been a delay of people that are of that age, right? That when it's like Disney's packed enough, man. When you have a buildup of pent up demand,
exactly. And now they get Disney Plus.
Yes, right. And they're going to reap all that. I mean, that's I mean, so going short term, right? In terms of where we just went from on October 29th. I mean, all the stocks, S&Ps. I was talking about on my show. I think it was J.P. Morgan talking about that there might be $160 to $300 billion in outflows of equities just because of rebalancing this month.
That's a great article, man.
Yeah, because the S&P is up like 10% this month in no time. And if you're in a 60-40 portfolio and your equities go up 10% in 30 days, you have to sell some of those equities and buy some bonds to balance your portfolio.
That's right. And
so
what Tommy's talking about here, folks, just in case you didn't check it when he was on his program, it's not that they want to sell it. These funds have to sell it. You're buying a fund that has a 60-40 allocation. So at the end of the year, there has to be rebalancing. And that's what's so cool about that article. Do you know what I'm saying, Tom?
So I have it up here still, and that's, large multi-asset investors may need to rotate money into bonds from stocks, strong equity performance.
Right.
And you're talking about, one of the quotes here is, we're seeing some vulnerability in the equity markets in the near term from balanced mutual funds, a $7 trillion universe. There you go. So
how about that?
Balanced mutual funds. They're balanced. They have to be balanced.
It's crazy that we're talking in trillions now.
I know, right?
Trillions instead of millions. So these young kids, you gotta have to get these zeros straight in your head, folks. I better do some work on it myself.
Seriously, right?
Really, trillions, man.
So to the final part of Disney, just to bring back the last one, because that run, tying it back that even Disney has had, right? We were sitting at 117, on October 29th. We're trading $25 higher right now over that. So you're more than 20% up in basically, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
When you start looking at real pullbacks you could have, the 38% is $135. If you back this out from there, the trend line's 120, and I don't think it's going to get back down to the lower part of this, though. Maybe 135. You start pulling back. You could buy, a pullback for a long-term investment, maybe scale in a quarter now. You could, if I was going to buy a position and I had no idea what's going on, you could buy one right now and space out 25% over a year or something like that.
Right.
Because it's going to be a great company in the long run. Even when the world's revolving and they're back to business, Netflix is still going to have opportunity. They haven't expanded. Disney. They haven't expanded to a lot of international markets yet. That was one of the things that they talked about in their conference call. They're in some of the biggest, but they haven't. They're not where Netflix is yet.
Right.
So there's bigger opportunities for growth still when their core business comes back. But I would say that they're just going to hang out until we actually start to see real results.
Oh, yeah.
Because now we know it's coming. So really the only thing to wait for is like it actually arriving.
That's right.
Yeah.
The dollar's in the till. Dow Industrials up 226, NASDAQ up 11, S&P's up 16. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The gold report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The gold report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The gold report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the gold report now. Protect your buying power. Order the gold report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 228, NASDAQ is up 18, S&P's up 17.5, and we'll see where they're going to shake, rattle, and roll this market, man.
Hey, can we jump over to Roku, man? Talk
Yeah.
about rocket ships. This stock does not stop, man. They got an upgrade today. I forget from who, but they're up 5.4%, all-time highs, 277. They were just trading at 200. You want to talk about rebalancing, right? We were trading at 200 on November 3rd before their earnings.
Look at this.
Let alone we were at $58 at the lows.
Yeah.
From March, but just continues to chug on, man, in a big way.
And this is one of these companies, folks, okay, you know, they're giving away, really, you know, the hardware because they make so much money on the ads.
Yes,
you know, so
they have their own channel. I never watch it. I got Rokus all over my house. I don't watch the Roku channel, but probably because I have enough else I have Netflix, Amazon Prime, right? I have cable. But there's probably a lot of people, if you just get a Roku and subscribe to Netflix, well, you'd actually appreciate that Roku channel more because you got more options, right?
Yeah.
And then they sell ads on that channel, et cetera. Yeah, look at those revenue numbers, man.
Look at this. The last quarter, 451 million. This quarter, they're looking to do 602 million, folks.
And look, they're not making money yet. Just wait until they get to turn on the profit spigot. No, I have no idea about the fundamentals, but it's pretty remarkable that they're not making.
3-year growth at 91%.
Yeah, and they're still not making money, so they're growing. That's the point. You know what I mean? They're using all that revenue to make sure they're still growing. And they should, because like you say, they're not making money on selling those units, right? They're making money just like a Facebook would. Build the base, profit off of those people.
Yeah, pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
No,
that's pretty. Imagine having that data, though, right?
Yeah.
You know, like some of these, I mean, Netflix, Amazon, the data, Facebook, Roku. They know what you're watching, when you're watching, who's watching, the whole deal.
Totally. Stay right there, folks. Think of Swim coming up next. And I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get 'em, folks.